hockey fans. Here we are. This is a quarterfinal game for the gold playoff bracket. Home team in white, starting this game off going from left to right, is Assabet Valley. They are from Assabet, Massachusetts, versus the visiting team in the blue sweaters. They're in the 8th seed, the Rochester Junior Americans. Assabet's coming in undefeated. Rochester losing their last game of the preliminaries. All of Rochester games were close. Assabet, not so much. That's why they are top of the leaderboard in first place. It's good to see that this scoreboard is working. At the end of the last game that was just played on this rink, the scoreboard stopped doing stop time. The clock would just keep on running. They have to revert to using their stopwatch timers for it. So hopefully this sticks, this stays, and we're going to have a complete game with no issues, ending with a victory for Big Blue. Winner of this game moves on to the semifinals tomorrow. Semifinals and finals are tomorrow. Loser of this game gets to go home in time for Sunday festivities. So there's the face-off. Face-off won by Assabet. Brought back into their defense. Madeline Humber with it. Gets us out into their neutral zone. Nora McBride chasing that puck down on her tail. Erin Chen. McBride turns this puck back up into the offense. She gets it over to Waz. Waz passes over. Gets tipped away to the backside of Coyne. Coyne battling in the corner. Trying to battle. Get this puck taken away by Assabet. They're able to get that out into the neutral zone. Right there waiting for it, though, is McBride. Nora dumps that puck in. And we're going to go in for a full ice line change as Waz goes in to chase that puck down. Puck comes up to Averill and now makes its way. Ava Souza dumps that puck in, and Assabet goes for their change. Dump and change. Coming out, Olivia Fanchulo. Fanchulo on the left side over the blue line into the offensive end. Fanchulo loses that puck, regains control of it in the corner. Going to work, puck goes to the other corner. Hustling over there is, I think, Peyton Baldwin. Comes up to the point for Whitney. Whitney gets his puck over to Becker. Becker sends this in deep. Corralled by Gabriella DeAngelis Gray. And if it's all right with their family, and I hope it is, I may just call her Daniela Gray, or Gabriella Gray. Yeah, Daniela would not be right. I shouldn't rename children. Assabet trying to pop this puck out, gets stopped, hits Whitney. Whitney comes back with it. Whitney, it's a 1-on-5. Yeah, she goes down as she takes that shot, almost able to get it, kind of towards on net. Now it goes into the corner, battling for it. Olivia Searles. Searles comes away, tries for that centering pass, hits off the skate of Gabriella Gray. Gabriella rips this back behind the net on the far side, grabbed at the hash marks by Assabet, trying to get that puck out, able to turn it out into the neutral zone. Stopped by Rochester, coming back with it the other way. Emma Kalachi. Kalachi fires this in the general direction of the goal, goes wide, picked up by Taylor Lozer of Assabet. She sends this behind the net over to the far side. Oh, Alexandra Hartman tripped over the faceoff circle. Puck comes in. Oh, there's a tip out in front by Rochester. Not able to get anywhere, though. Nice try by Cece McDonald. This puck gets dumped in by Gabriella DeAngelis Gray. Puck rips around behind the net, picked up by Annabella Preciado. That's Annabelle. Sorry, not Annabella. Reminding me of an old teammate, Annabella Palecchia. Sure miscalling her name. Puck fired back towards the goal, gets a block, doesn't get very far. And there's a shot on goal, save made by Reagan Healy. Reggie, as we like to call it. There's a shot in, blocked out in front by McDonald. McDonald hustling over to the boards to try to get to that puck. It gets sent into the corner by Assabet. Rochester trying to push this out. Coyne, Teagan battling for it. Oh, two Assabet players run into each other. There's an opportunity for Rochester. There's a pass out, breakout pass, gets stopped. Broken up, comes back to Coyne. Teagan hits the center line, dumps this puck in, no icing. Hustling after it is Evie Warner. Warner goes into the trapezoid. Not able to come away with that puck. Gets sent around on the near side. Becker holds this at the point. Fires this back into the corner. Goes into the trapezoid. Annie Parks goes in after it for Assabet. Parks lets her teammate come away with this puck. I can't see who the number is. There's a little collision in the Assabet end of the ice. Picked up by Malin Wild. So close to being a Wilder. Gene Wilder, what an amazing actor. Anyway, it's a completely different story. Puck comes over, Tegan Coyne over the blue line, fires this towards the side, towards the corner, gets stopped by Assabet. They send this puck out into the neutral zone. Ava Souza, no, sorry, Elizabeth Averill with that puck, fires it. This goes across the offensive zone, or the Rochester zone, I should say. Curling around with this puck, here's Elizabeth Averill, drops this back off center point. That gets poked into the neutral zone by Coyne. Pass up to Averill. Averill gives it to DeAngelis Gray. DeAngelis Gray sends his puck in deep, goes back behind the goal, played there by Fanchulo. Fanchulo passes over, gets up to Coyne. Coyne gets out into the neutral zone behind Jackson. She can't catch it, gets stolen by Madeline Humber. Humber coming over onto the near side, trying to get this puck, hurls it back in her side of the neutral zone, passes this puck up for Erin Chen. Chen not able to keep that puck, comes back the other way. Whitney dumps this in all the way down to the far end of the ice. Ayla Moore grabs her for Assabet. This comes out in the middle. Jackson Lexi not able to get that shot on goal. Goes wide off the corner. Held in deep by Kalachi. Now coming back out with it is Assabet. Skating out Madeline Humber. Humber at center ice. Nice stick check by Kalachi. Puck comes free. Whitney gets it. Whitney passes up to Botto. Connie sends this all the way across the other side. Lexi Jackson going in after, trying to get around Humboldt, not able to. Coming out, Erin Chen with this puck. Chen, nice toe drag, gets by in the blue line. Chen, shot, save me, Reggie. Rebound comes all the way up to the blue line, gets turned back in. Nora McBride grabs it, fires this back behind the goal for McDonald. McDonald catches this, passes this up for Seals. Seals loses it, goes across the top of the paint, dished into the corner by Reagan Healy. Puck held at the hash mark by Gabriella DeAngelis Gray. She's able to send this in deep back behind the goal. Chased down there by somebody else. Puck gets high, drops down, and that gets covered up on the side of the net by Reagan Healy for the faceoff. Almost 5.5 minutes have elapsed. We've had some fast-paced ice hockey here at the 14U girls quarterfinal for the gold division of the Premier Ice Prospects Labor Day Girls Fest tournament in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Puck comes back behind the net, out in front. DeAngelis Gray, there's a quick backhand shot, save, rebound, puck is loose. Can we see it? No, it is covered up. Nice job by Reagan Healy. Can take a look as this puck is sent in from the side. You get a short side shot out in front, and then it gets peppered. Everybody flying all over the place. Reagan doing a great job of diving on top of that puck, starfishing. That puck comes out in front. Reagan swats this out again. Puck sent into the corner. Now back behind the goal, hustling after it. Caitlin Becker. Becker sends this up along the side for Evie Warner. Warner passes this up. This gets stolen back. Goodrich taking it the other way for Assabet. Goodrich passes into the middle. Nothing doing. Evie Warner with it. Warner coming up at the blue line. Dumps this puck in. It's going to go in deep, and she's going to send Tegan Coyne in to get to work. Coyne can't get there in time. Puck comes back out on the near side. Skating out with it, Ashley Goodrich. Goodrich over the blue line. Cuts towards the middle. Goodrich passes this forward, and it misses. Erin Chen goes into the corner. Chen fighting for that puck. Chen battling Dan-Dalin, sliding up along the boards. I think that's Estelle. Yeah. She's got to fix her jersey. It's all folded up. Dan-Dalin waiting for it to come out, and it comes out. Estelle has it. Skating up with this puck. She goes down, and she tries to push that puck up over the blue line. Not able to. Shot on net. Save made by Healy. Centering pass gets blocked. Picked up by Rochester. Ripped all the way around near side. Whitney picks this up. Fires this all the way down. Estelle's going to hustle after it, and she's only going to dream about being fast enough to catch that before it ices. Icing is the call, and that'll bring the face-off all the way down to the Rochester end of the arena. Shout out to my sponsors. Without them, I couldn't do what I do. They help me keep my equipment current, replace what's broken, and get new fun equipment, including the goal cameras, which I have. Next thing I'm going to invest in is going to be a headset. so I come across a little more clearly and hopefully don't cut out when I get excited and yell. Lexi Jackson with this puck over the blue line. Jackson's got Whitney in the middle. Takes that shot. Save. Beatrix McLean. Rebound comes all the way up to the blue line. Taken back. Rochester. No. Assabet moving forward with it. Annie Parks over the blue line. Parks forced into the corner by McDonald. Centering pass, and that gets knocked out into the corner by Reggie. Puck sent back behind the Rochester goal. McDonald going over to pick it up, passes it to Whitney. Whitney swings and misses, goes off a wild into the neutral zone. Lexi Jackson can't get that puck, gets picked up by Ava Souza, and she dumps that puck in, goes in deep back behind the net. Caitlin Becker coming around with it, gives it to Whitney. Whitney sends this all the way across for Lexi. Lexi touches it. Official waves off the icing, and it really shouldn't. Lexi was way on her side of that center line. Anyway, there's a loose puck in the neutral zone. DeAngelis Gray grabs it for Assabet. She dumps that puck in, goes deep into the trapezoid. Hustling after it is Kalachi. Kalachi into the corner, sends this around over there. Sydney Goodrich battling with Kalachi to get it away from Gabriella DeAngelis Gray. You know, I don't know. I kind of like that name now. That really flows. Puck comes up, sent all the way across. If this makes it, that will ice. And it's not going to make it. Puck grabbed by Sihon Ann. Maybe it's on. Chased down by Caitlin Becker. Becker picks this puck up, comes around, fires it hard to DiNicola. DiNicola plays it off the boards, sends it out into the middle. Nobody there except for Preciado. Preciado sends us back to the defense. Defense does a DDD pass. Sihon on. Passes puck up for Chen. Chen loses it as she crosses the blue line. Trying to battle, regain control. Puck makes its way into the middle. Annabelle Preciado sends this over against the boards. And more puck battles ensue. Preciado gets this to Chen. Chen trying to get to some open ice to get a shot off. Not going to be able to do it. Tegan Coyne tries cleaning it on. Saves it. Fires this in. Goes wide of the net. Helped to the corner by Reggie Healy. Puck ripped around, back behind the net, comes up near side. Coyne trying to send this out immediately on her, though. Ashley Goodrich. Puck makes its way further up the boards. Goodrich there trying to hold it in. Tegan Coyne trying to knock this in. Preciado trying to keep this in. Goodrich comes away with it for Assabet. There's a shot in. Oh, goes off the head of Olivia Fanchulo. It's the smartest thing she's done today. Puck on net, kicked aside by Reagan Healy in the corner. Evie Warner moves this puck up, gets it to Wozniak trying to go out with it, loses this puck at the center line, so she jumps backwards and falls down. That puck gets dumped in by Rochester. Rochester's forward line goes on the change, coming in Calaccio, trying to hold that. Or it's Kalachi. Anyway, she's off now. Neutral zone battle. Souza picks this puck up, hits the blue line, dumps this into the corner. She's going to go in and chase after it. Puck sent around by Rochester. Pass up to Lexi Jackson, taken out by Lossier, who just skates right into their back. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Alexandra Hartman for Assabet picks this puck up and passes it to this girl, Elizabeth Averill. Averill to Chen. Chen loses it. Puck picked up by Souza. Souza over the blue line trying to get a shot off. Not able to. Puck taken away by Emma Kalachi. Skating down with this puck, I believe that's Sydney Goodrich. Goodrich chases this puck back behind the goal, comes around into the corner. Averill coming back for it. McDonald forechecking like a crazy woman. Sends that puck around back behind the net, and we're going to get a tripping call against Assabet. Number 16, Elizabeth Averill. So, Assabet Valley penalty, number 16, Elizabeth Averill, 1 minute 30-second minor for tripping. Number 16, 1 minute 30 seconds trip. Time of that minor penalty, 11:00, and it's an Amerks foreplay. Amerks with that puck back behind the net, sends it around up to McBride at the point. McBride slides over towards the middle, sends this up at the hash mark for Coyne. Coyne backhands it to Waz in the corner. Waz has it. She's going to cycle around at the hash mark, drops it off for Tegan. Tegan tried centering this pass to get it to Warner, not able to do so. There's a shot, save, rebound, shot, save, rebound, save. Puck dished away to the corner. Great job by Beatrice McLean. Puck comes into the neutral zone. McDonald dumps it in for Rochester, goes into the corner. Annie Parks chasing after it. Parks backhands this up, held in by Nora McBride. Fires this forward. That gets stopped by Wild. Wild leaves it for Gabriella DeAngelis Gray. She goes off for her change. DeAngelis Gray puts that shot on net. Stop made by Reagan Healy. She passes off, and that's turned over almost. Possession regained by Sienna McDonald. And that's turned over by Whitney. And Assabet dumps his puck back into the Rochester end. Nora McBride passing this up. Gets this over for Lexi Jackson. And Assabet holding that blue line, keeping that puck in. As soon as Assabet got that puck out of their zone, they've done a great job of keeping it out. But here comes McDonald. She hits that center line, dumps that puck in. They're going to go off for their change, and the team's return to even strength. Peyton Baldwin battling for that puck in the corner. Puck grabbed by Erin Chen. Chen fires it up. This gets ripped right back by Botto. Goes into the corner. Battle for it on the boards at the hash mark. Coming up on the short boards. Grabbing that puck. Ava Souza sends this on, and that's too many players on the ice. Great job by Souza passing that into the changing Rochester line. Catching some skates before they clear the ice. So that's going to be too many players for Rochester. And that penalty is going to be served by, is that Sydney? I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but it sure worked out. So Rochester penalty, too many players on the ice. Penalties being served by number 22, Sydney Goodrich. Time of the minor penalty, 12:52. And it's an Assabet power play now. Puck gets passed across coin, almost got it. Grabbed by Annabelle Preciado. Preciado with this, pulls this over to the middle. Puck gets taken away by Evie Warner. Warner has her pocket picked as she crosses into the neutral zone. Goodrich going back. Goodrich loses that puck. McDonald trying to pull this free. Warner gets it. Little flick over the stick of Madeline Humber. Gets us into the neutral zone. Retreating back to pick that puck up, though, Gabriella DeAngelis Gray. She passes puck across to the far side. Now it gets dropped back to the defense. Alexandra Hartman passes back up to Goodrich. Goodrich over the blue line. Loses that puck, and that gets knocked back out into the neutral zone by Caitlin Becker. 36 seconds remaining in the penalty kill for Rochester. Hartman passes this puck to Humber. Humber moves it into the neutral zone for Averill. Averill loses control of that puck, and it flies in towards the corner. Becker snaps this back up along the boards, comes back up at the point position, held in by Annie Parks, sends this back to the hash mark. Now that gets by Wozniak, trying to go off to the races. Oh, Park grabbing her by the shirt and the stick, and out comes the goalie. Puck is loose, gets snapped over onto the side. Less than a minute of play in the first period. We are still scoreless, 45 seconds to go. Puck grabbed by Annabelle, is that, I don't know. No, that was 55. Siona on. Pass this puck up to Averill. Averill through the neutral zone into the offensive end, diving at that puck, loses it. Grabbed by Kalachi. Kalachi trying to get this out. It's still in the zone. Coming over on the near side, Connie Botto. Pass this across, cross over the blue line into the Assabet end of the ice. And Annie Parks turns this back out into the neutral zone. Chen couldn't play that forward. It comes back. Now On has it. On with 12 seconds to go, off the boards, passes puck to Isla Moore. Moore trying to keep possession of this. On trying to help her out. That gets turned back out by Botto. On fires this forward, and that's an offside with 3.7 seconds to go in this opening frame of this quarterfinal game of the gold playoff bracket. Olivia Searles facing off against DeAngelis Gray. Searles wins the draw, comes back, and Kalachi's going to be the last one to touch it in this period. At the end of one period of play, we are scoreless here at the Ice Castle in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We'll be back. All right, here we are, period number 2. If you're watching from Assabet Valley, just know I am from Long Island. Don't hold that against me. My roommate was from, I just forgot. Out by Revere Beach. Oh, there's a shot on net. Save me. Assabet taking that puck back behind their net, sends it up along the board. McBride holds it in, gets that puck over to Waz. Waz centering, passing, Coin not able to get to it. Puck gets grabbed by Assabet. They send this down a length of the ice, turn back over. Evie Warner getting this up. Warner gets this by Wild. Warner moving in at the hash mark, making a move to the goal. And that gets covered up by Beatrice McLean. What a play. What a save. See how good of a camera angle I got on there. Puck comes in from the side. That gets shot. Sent it up just a little high. Whitney not able to get to it. We got a face-off to the left side of Beatrice McLean. Puck goes back behind the net. On going after it. On sends this up, gets this out into the neutral zone. Hustling after it, Olivia Fanchulo. Fanchulo fires this across the neutral zone. Gets caught, though, by Alexandra Hartman. Hartman pushes that into the offensive end. Hartman back behind the net, loses that puck, picked up by Peyton Baldwin. Baldwin comes back this way, gives it to Alexi Jackson. Jackson to Whitney. Whitney dumps his puck in. Whitney hustling in. She's going to get to work against On and DeAngelis Gray. DeAngelis Gray pokes his puck up to the hash mark, held in at the point, though, by Votto, but she fires this in, gets deflected off of Gabriella DeAngelis Gray. DeAngelis Gray shot, sticked aside by Reagan Healy over in the corner. Battle for the puck ensues. Pull up by Assabet. Shot on net. Save me by Reagan Healy. Oh no, I was at the wrong end of the ice for far too long. Oh, look at that. Sorry about that. It happens. My bad. Puck sent back behind the net. Rochester with it. Passed up to Estelle Dallin. Dallin fires this out and gets it to DiNicola. DiNicola loses it. Coming up behind her with that puck is Sienna McDonald. Cece in the slot. Turns that puck over. Assabet trying to come back out with it. Cece holding it. Now it comes out. Leaks its way into the neutral zone. Zipping across the zone with that puck is Preciado. Annie Parks with it, fires this up, pass it off the boards for Ashley Goodrich. Goodrich brings this into the offensive end, has her pocket pick. DiNicola fires this back, number 27 to number 27. Humber brings this back over the blue line into the Rochester end of the ice. Tries to take that shot. Nora McBride with a block on her stick. Takes out Humber, pulls this puck out. Now skating down with it, Evie Warner. Warner, hard pass to to DiNicola. DiNicola sends this on net, and look at how far out Beatrix McLean comes to put a pause on that puck to force the face-off at her end of the ice. This will be a face-off on her stick side. Whitney, tries taking that shot. It gets stalled by Gabriella DeAngelis Gray's skate. Assabet able to get that puck out, picked up by Ava Souza. Souza over the blue line into the offensive end. Nice pick by Fanchulo, driving that puck into the corner. Moving up with it, Becker. Becker passes this out. That gets stolen, though, by DeAngelis Gray. DeAngelis Gray puts that on net, reaching around, making the save. Reagan Healy. Puck comes over to the corner. Back towards the trapezoid, now snapped up. Whitney has it. Avery Whitney pops this puck through the neutral zone. Wild skating back to pick it up. Malin Wild fires this up. And that gets dumped in by Assabet. Rochester fires it back out, and it gets ripped right back in. Emma Kalachi going after that puck. Oh, she falls down for no apparent reason. But she's got teammates, and they are there to help her out. Puck pass off to Evie Warner. Warner skating up with this puck, puts that on net, gets saved, flies into the corner. I can't see who's battling for that puck in the corner. Tegan Coyne knocks it out. Assabet picks this puck up, pass to Sion on. She sends this up into the neutral zone. Kalachi grabs it, passes over to Botto. Botto moves it forward. Chen tries turning it back. Botto dumps it in, goes on net. Save made by McLean. Puck snapped off the boards by On through the neutral zone. Coming over to collect it, Nora McBride. McBride passes over to McDonald. McDonald sends this up for Whitney. Whitney can't get it out into the neutral zone. Gets fired on net. Save made by Reagan Healy. Comes up at the hash mark. McBride able to get that through the neutral zone all the way down the length of the ice, and she ices that puck with 10:25 to go in the second period. Whitney taking the face off against Gabriella DeAngelis Gray. Whitney pulls this puck back, goes to McBride. McBride to McDonald. McDonald tries passing this puck up, gets stopped. Goodrich gets a piece of it, comes back to McDonald. She tries clearing out, held in by Assabet. They fire this puck, goes into the corner, collected by Nora McBride. McBride's got players on her, coming over to help out Avery Whitney. They are just pushing on each other. There's a puck free. Assabet has it. Whitney comes over. She wraps. I'm sorry, that's McBride that was able to leave the scrum to make a new scrum. Now that puck comes free. Whitney has it. Sends this up off the boards. Grabbed by Lexi Jackson. Jackson moving up over the center line. Jackson into the offensive end and just almost able to pull that shot off. Sends his puck back. Comes out. Shot fired. Glove save. Beatrix McLean. That was such a heads-up play by Lexi Jackson, going in, knowing that the lines were changing, where they were coming from, snapped it back, puck gets fired, and McLean just able to get that glove up in time to make the save. Got Baldwin, DiNicola, and Dan-Dalin out on the forward line. Botto and Kalachi on defense. Botto steps up, snaps his puck back into the melee. Dan-Dalin just misses that pass. Their outstretched stick comes out into the neutral zone. Botto picks this puck up. Botto passes over to Kalachi. Kalachi skating up into the neutral zone with it. Has it knocked away, but she keeps it. Fires that off the glass so she can go chasing after it at the trapezoid. Gets cut off in the corner by Sion On. On battling along the boards, getting some help from Souza. On comes away with it, sends this back behind the goal into a trapezoid. This gets knocked out. Here comes Assabet. Puck gets moved up to Souza. Souza dumps his puck in. She's going to go to work. Kalachi gets to it first, rips this around, gets it up for DiNicola. DiNicola not able to get that puck out. She missed twice with the stick. Botto passes over to Dan-Dalin. Oh, Dan-Dalin did not see On over her shoulder. On just drove right through her, took that puck away, gets that shot off, goes wide left into the trapezoid. Pops up, falls down right in front of On. She moves back line out in front. Oh, and there's a whiffed shot. There's another shot. Save made for Reagan Healy. Rebound goes into the corner. Kalachi off the boards for Warner. Evie moves this up to Wozniak. Woz moving in, leaning. Centering pass, nobody there. Off the boards, picked up by Coyne. Coyne into the corner, loses that puck. Back behind her, Gabriella DeAngelis Gray gets that, ties that puck up, comes out loose, taken by Isla Moore. Moore into the neutral zone. Moore tries getting that around Becker. Becker says, "Not today, Isla." Puck comes over on the near side. Annie Parks has it. She dumps that puck in. Becker goes, cuts that puck off, gets it back over to Fanchulo. Fanchulo passes up for Evie. Evie Warner passes it to Wozniak. Wozniak trying to weave her way in a different way. Loses that puck. Humber trying to come back with it. Gets it by Coyne. Stepping up, though, is Becker. Becker loses at the center line, reaches back, grabs that puck, and Wozniak grabs it, fires that in. They go off for their change. 93 people jump on the ice and 91 people jump off. Puck comes back out. There's a shot. Oh, right into the belly of Beatrix McLean. Lots of action going on here in this quarterfinal game. We are at the halfway mark. 7:29 to go in the second period. Scoreless here at the Ice Castle trackside rink. Or roadside. I forgot what side we're on. Roadside? Roadside. We are. Roadside side. Puck goes back to the Trapezoid, Goodrich. Get it? It's all wrapped up. I don't even know which pair of girls has that puck tied up. There it is. Comes out. Assabet picks that puck out. Immediately attacked by Olivia Searles. Olivia wraps this up on the side. Whitney comes over, sends this into the corner. Wild comes away with it for Assabet. Passes it into the trapezoid. Now it goes over into the far corner. Alexandra Hartman trying to drive that puck up along the boards. She tried sending it across her zone, but it got turned back. Olivia Searles steals that. Olivia, swing and a miss. Puck went on its edge. McBride passes over to McDonald. McDonald should wind up and fire that, and she does. It gets blocked out in front by Alexandra Hartman. Now this puck is in at the goal. It's in the crease. It's still loose, and now it gets whistled dead by that official right there. 6:31 to go in this second period. Scoreless. McLean going over to get some water. Well-deserved, Beatrix. Face off to the right side of Beatrix. Comes back. Lexi Jackson fires that shot. Save made by Beatrix. Rebound comes up along the boards. Gets out into the neutral zone. Kalachi grabs it. Fires this back over for Serafina Di Nicola. In the middle, Jackson, just wide, misses. That puck is right there in the trapezoid. Look at those girls battling for it. They zip on by. Puck goes over to the far corner. Madeline Humber coming up with it on the far side. Humber in the neutral zone. Humber turns, gets by Bono. Cutting over is Kalachi. Humble over there. Not able to get that shot off. Puck drifts by, back behind the goal. Rochester trying to clear it out. Held in by Erin Chen. Chen, whole big pile of snow in front of her door. Sends this puck in deep from 8 to 8. Kalachi has it. Kalachi in the trapezoid, looking for that puck. Rochester trying to kick this forward, trying to pull that puck out is that 20? Gabriella. It's got to be. There's no 30. I just see a 0. Jackson trying to pull that puck by Sion Ann. Not able to. Kalachi picks this up in the corner, fires this up. Lexi can't get that by on, over into the middle, and Di Nicola reaches out, pulls that puck, sends this down the length of the ice, and that's going to be wide of the net, and that is no icing because Annie Parks was there. You can't wait for it to ice. If you can play it, you got to play it and play it. And there's a trip. It was an accidental trip, but you trip somebody on accident, they still fall down. And that's 28, Samantha Sibley. Oh, I see what they did. She's wearing, it used to be 20. They put a white piece of tape to make it an 8 instead of a blue. Nobody had blue tape? What? Assabet penalty number 28, Samantha Sibley, 1 minute 30-second minor for tripping. Number 28, 1 minute 30 seconds trip. Time of that minor penalty, 9:52. Coming out with this puck now, Gabriella DeAngelis Gray gets this out into the neutral zone. McBride there trying to turn it back. Warner, but DeAngelis Gray swinging, nudges into the offensive end, trying to pull it with her, backhands it, goes over the end line. She's battling, stick check, nice stick check. Oh, girls go flying through the air. Coming back, Wozniak over the blue line. Wozniak trying to get around Wild, tries to pass that, and it goes behind Warner. Now coming back the other way, DeAngelis Gray. DeAngelis Gray fires that in. It goes on net, save made by Reagan Healy. 4:19 to go in the second period. 41 seconds to go in the power play for Rochester. Rochester is 0 for 1 on the power play so far. This is their second power play of the game. Averill in for the face-off for Assabet. Face-off won by Rochester. Coming out with this puck is Jackson. Jackson loses as she hits the blue line. Kalachi follows behind, dumps this puck in, gets caught by Madeline Humber. Humber cuts across her goal. Humber coming up on that far side, getting attacked by some Rochesterians. They're able to knock this puck forward. Jackson trying to kick this forward, gets it into the offensive end, turned back by Assabet. Along the blue line, Kalachi trying to send this in, not able to. Bono reaches for this puck. Bono comes back, picks this up, skating forward with Peyton Bono. Hits the blue line, dumps this in, goes back into the trapezoid. She chases after this puck, going to work in the corner. Teams are even. Puck sent around on the far side, caught by Erin Chen. Chen sends this along the boards, down the length of the ice. Kalachi's going to catch up to it. 3:20 to go in the period. Kalachi, long pass for Dalin. Dalin turns over the blue line, little slow, little soft. Shot fired! Save made, Beatrix McLean. This is an awesome shot by Estelle Dalin. Flew through the air, forced McLean to make a play on it. Didn't just go right into her belly. She had to move over and actually do something to make the save. Tried the old knuckle puck. Warner off the face-off, shot wide right, goes into the trapezoid. Ricci trying to get it, Ashley Goodrich not able to. Rochester sends this out at the center point. Puck grabbed by Becker. Becker over to Fanchulo. Fanchulo sends this forward, gets turned back by Assabet. Assabet sends this across the middle of the neutral zone. Chasing that puck down, Ashley Goodrich. Goodrich into the corner. Centering pass. Save made. Rebound. Driven over onto the side. Coming back. Here's Wozniak. Wozniak skating out with this puck over the center line. Woz goes left. Now she gets it around on. She's going to chase after it. Go into the trapezoid. Wozniak sends on into the boards. On sits down on Woz. Puck comes out from McDonald. McDonald to McBride. McBride sends this. Goes high. Glove down. That was almost a closed hand. Pushed back by Preciado in the corner. Girls go to battle. Puck gets picked up by Malin Wild. Wild gets this puck up, and this gets sent out into the neutral zone. McBride grabs this in her end, curls around, sends this up, misses Goodrich, gets picked up by Andy Parks. Parks passes over on, misses it. Coming in is Estelle Dalin. Dalin trying to corral on, not able to. Comes out, McBride, shot fired, save made, Beatrice McLean. Puck goes over on the far side. Assabet trying to get that out. They get it out into the neutral zone. Puck gets grabbed, though, by Cyril. She loses it. Coming back, Annabelle Preciado. No, that's DeAngelis something. Gray. Puck set back at the point. Madeline Humber fires this in. Save made, Reagan Healy. On the side, this puck gets clear, sent all the way down. That's going to waffle its way on net. Save made, Beatrice McLean. Puck gets turned back. Kalachi chasing it down, and that's going to be an icing. She was chasing after it, not able to catch up to it, so it was called icing. I think if she was a stride and a half closer, they would not have blown the icing whistle. I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt there. I don't understand. It's somewhat arbitrary. 1:17 to go in the second period. Faced off won by Assabet. They're trying to get that puck out. Stopped along the boards by Peyton Baldwin. Baldwin's got it wrapped up. Erin Chen over there as well, pinning that puck up against the board. Sticks flying in, trying to nudge it free. Assabet comes away with that puck. Madeline Humber sends this behind her goal. Now it gets crisscrossed through the Assabet zone, through the neutral zone. Chen chasing after it, as is Baldwin. Peyton drives Chen into the boards, gets that puck free, gets sent over, grabbed by Jackson. Lexi sends this out into the neutral zone. Whitney with it, 41 seconds to go. Whitney takes that shot, comes back over into the side here. Kalachi stepping up, trying to hold that puck in the corner, and she does. Sends this out into the middle. Coyne not able to get a shot off. Puck goes into the corner, picked up by Assabet. Assabet fires over. Kalachi gets a piece of it. Coyne trying to follow, can't get it. Puck gets cleared by Ava Souza. Kalachi back at her end, grabs this puck, snaps it off the glass into the offensive end, and that's going to be an icing because she was deep in her side of the neutral zone. 16.1 seconds to go in the second period, and we are still scoreless here at the roadside rink at the Ice Castle in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Premier Ice Prospects Labor Day Girls Fest 2024. Face off to the right side of Reagan Healy. Wozniak in for Rochester. Wozniak wins that draw, sends this over to the corner. Fanchulo turns, fires this. Wild catches it for Assabet. Sends this puck in deep, goes into the trapezoid. Fanchulo going back into battle with that puck, as well as Ava Souza and some other people. Puck is on the, oopsie, wrong button, and that's all right, because that's the end of the second period. At the end of 2 periods of play, we are still scoreless here in Pittsburgh. All right, here we are, third and final period. In case you're wondering, this is a quarterfinal game. If this is still tied after 3 periods, there will be a 5-minute sudden death, 3-on-3 overtime period before we go to a shootout. This face-off eventually controlled by Assabet, as Ava Souza dumps this puck in, collected by Rochester. They send this around on the near side. Coin centers it. Souza gets a piece of it. Tries taking that shot. It gets deflected, though. And, girl gets tossed into the boards. Refs are going to let that one go. That's the second time I've seen somebody's feet leave the ice because they got flipped. Rochester sends this behind the goal on the near side. McDonald passes this up to Wozniak. Wozniak, a little backhand pass, a little too far in front for Evie Warner to get. And on grabs that for Assabet, sends this up on the near side. Becker comes flying in from the bench, grabs that puck at the point, goes into the corner, and she puts herself to work. Puck comes back. Whitney fires it low. That got kicked. It's loose. And that puck gets sent over onto the side. Assabet almost kicked that puck into their own goal. Coming down with this puck, Malin Wild. Wild gets pinched, and that puck slides its way to Reagan Healy for the save. What a great offensive onslaught by Rochester. Hope they can regain control, and they do off the face-off. Puck gets passed behind the net, sent up to Botto. Connie gives this to Whitney. Whitney sends this into the neutral zone. It turned over to Assabet. Here comes Andy Parks. Parks shot fired in the air, caught by Reagan Healy. And Andy Parks is out off of that pop fly. It's like a little squibbler. Back to the pitcher. Face off to the left side of Reagan Healy. Face off goes against the boards, comes back out. Parks backhands this forward. Grab by Gabriella. DeAngelis Gray fires this, goes wide left. Lexi Jackson on the boards for Rochester, trying to pull that puck free. So's Baldwin. It comes loose. DeAngelis Gray with it in the slot. Can't get a shot off. Lexi has it. Lexi trying to stick handle this puck up. Brings this over the center line. Now she dumps that puck in. Going to go off for a change as Annie Parks picks this puck up at her end of the ice. Parks passes to DeAngelis Gray. DeAngelis Gray at the blue line. Passes it over to Madeline Humber. Humber over into the ozone. Humber in the slot. Shot and a goal. Madeline Humber. See, did I catch that on the instant review? I don't know if I saved the save soon enough. Oh, just as it goes in. I didn't remember who passed that to her. So Assabet strikes first with 12:59 to go in the third period. That was I think that was from 20. So Assabet, oh, and that puck comes out of play. Assabet Valley goal scored by number 27, Madeline Humber, assisted by number 20, Gabriella DeAngelis Gray. 27 from 20, Humber from DeAngelis Gray. Time of the Assabet Valley goal, 3:01 of the third period. So it's a 1-0 game. Ayla Moore taking a face-off won by Cyril. She pulls his puck back, goes to McDonald. McDonald to McBride. McBride off the boards, gets it up to Goodrich. Goodrich into the neutral zone. Goodrich runs into some trouble. Puck comes free. Searles has it. Olivia sends his puck forward. On chases it down into the corner. On sends it up along the boards. Ashley Goodrich picks it up. Ashley into the neutral zone, trying to find her way to get around Becker. Does get around her, but is forced back behind. Puck gets center. Save made. Rebound bounces. This puck is back behind the net. And Olivia picks this up for Rochester. Searles passes up to Evie Warner. Warner has Gina Cola with her. Gina Cola is going to go off for a change as Evie goes in alone. Evie's got Becker with a backhand shot. Kick save. Beatrice McLean. Evie sends this into the middle. Tegan Coyne battling. Coyne gives it to Waz. Waz kicks it over to his stick. Now she's battling for it. Back by the trapezoid. Puck comes over to the corner. Puck grab by Ashley Goodrich for Assabet Valley. Sends this behind the goal over for Madeline Humber. I'm sorry, not Madeline. That's Alexandra Hartman. Hartman hits the blue line, fires that on goal, and that is caught and saved by Reagan Healy. Reagan drops this down for Caitlin Becker. Becker passes it up for Coyne. Coyne has to catch that again herself as it got stopped by Souza. Souza regains control, gives it to Wild. Wild tries passing it back. Coyne steals it. Here comes Tegan over the blue line. Tegan gets pinched off that puck. Taken away by Assabet Valley. Assabet Valley through the neutral zone. DeAngelis Gray trying to drive that puck forward. She's got Peyton Baldwin on her back. Takes that shot on net, and that is covered up by Reagan Healy. 11-11 to go in this game. Rochester's got to get a goal. There's the face-off, won by Peyton Baldwin. Whitney coming over, trying to push that puck out. Souza sends it back in for Assabet. Puck is tied up along the boards. Souza trying to spear in at that puck. Coming over, trying to pull it out is Whitney. Avery had it for a moment. Now it's kicked back in by Parks. Parks gets it, fires that puck in deep, goes back behind the goal. Kalachi grabs it at the trapezoid, sends this back up along the boards for Avery Whitney. Whitney trying to get this puck out. Souza there stopping it. Whitney knocks this out, gets it to Estelle. But right there on her was Elizabeth Averill coming away with this puck. Malin Wild. Wild moves this over to Souza. Souza shot on net, and that gets covered up by Reagan Healy. 10.5 minutes to go in this game. Rochester back by a goal. Lots of time. Searles for the faceoff. Faceoff, one nice save. Oh, by Reagan Healy. Searles again for the faceoff. This time she pulls this puck back to the corner. Played by McBride around to McDonald. McDonald passes out to Goodrich. Goodrich not able to keep it. Gets turned over. Madeline Humber sends this back up. This puck gets dumped in deep by Assabet. Assabet gets it first back behind the goal. Tries sending around. Lexi Jackson comes over. Takes his puck away in the corner. Lexi trying to skate her way out. Gets wrapped up. Able to poke that puck free. Lexi still with it. Lexi coming in on the left side. Lexi, little toe drag, centering pass. Oh, and Goodrich not able to pull the trigger. Couldn't get her stick out there in time. This puck comes back. McDonald misses it at center ice. Retreats into her end to pick that puck up. Sends it back into the neutral zone. Hartman takes it for Assabet. She drives her way in. Gets that shot off. Save made. Reagan Healy. 9:45 to go in this quarterfinal game. Winner moves on to the semifinals. The other team just goes home. Face off to the left side of Reagan Healy. Rochester driving that puck out. Kalachi fires it forward, and she's not fast enough to catch up to that. We'll bring that puck back. .938 to go in this game. Face-off won by Rochester. Becker takes this behind her goal. Skates up on the far side. Becker knocks this out into the neutral zone. Wozniak pops this puck forward into the O zone. Gets turned back. Fanchulo with it. Fanchulo weaving her way in over the blue line. Fanchulo in at the corner. Fanchulo back behind the goal. Backhands. Gets over to Waz, turns, shot fired, save made, rebound goes over to the corner. Waz sends this out to Whitney at the point. Whitney sends this back up into the slot. Kalachi's going to go battle for it in the corner, comes up. Becker gets it at the hash mark. Becker in deep. Wozniak loses that in the trapezoid. Wozniak regains control. Puck goes to On, though. On trying to send this out along the boards, and out it comes. Fanchulo is going to chase that puck down to her end of the ice. Brings it back into the neutral zone. Olivia dumps that puck in. She goes off for her change. Puck picked up by Annie Parks in the corner. Wozniak going after her. Wozniak pulls that puck back. Woz centering pass. Evie to Bono. Shot, save made. Puck comes back to Bono. Bono gets it back to McDonald. McDonald has to shovel this back into the corner. She wanted to snap that in, but didn't have a clear shot towards the goal. Bono picks this up at the hash mark, gives it to Coyne. Coyne sends this out to the point for McBride. McBride to McDonald. McDonald has a lane shot fired. Save made. Puck goes back into the trapezoid. Now sent out on the far side. McBride fires this back into the trapezoid. On grabs it for Assabet. Fires this out. It gets by McBride. McBride does not touch it. That's going to go down. Icing is waved off. Souza gets it first. Coming away, though, with that puck is Nora McBride. McBride to Bono. Bono sends this back. It goes right to DeAngelis Gray, who brings this into the offensive zone with a complete disregard for the offsides rule. So offsides is the call. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. 7:52 to go in this game. Olivia Searles with the face-off, squaring off against Elizabeth Averill. Searles has her feet swept out. DeAngelis Gray had that puck for a moment. There's a shot, save made, rebound, dove on by Reagan Healy. Look at these girls going to work right off of that face-off. Puck goes in, lost over on the left side. There's that shot, save, rebound, and collected by Healy. Off this face-off, that puck comes out into the paint. Healy covers it up again. We'll have another face-off. DeAngelis Gray with the face-off against Searles. Puck goes over against the side. Dan-Dalin, almost able to get that past Madeline Humber. There's a shot. Save made by Healy. This faceoff will be to the left side of Reggie. Wozniak squaring off against Isla Moore. Moore guards that puck. He gets passed back to Hartman. Hartman from the point sends this into the corner. Corner centering pass, and that misses everybody. Sibley would love to see that again. Coming out with this puck is DiNicola. DiNicola shot right at the chest of Beatrix McLean. No rebound as Beatrix guards that, drops down, and covers it up. Nadia Wozniak taking the face-off again against Isla Moore. Wozniak pushes this into the corner. Going after it, DiNicola picks this puck up. DiNicola and Wozniak battling, trying to get possession of that puck. DiNicola trying to nudge it, sends this back in deep for Woz. Nadia there, pulling that back. Gets it to DiNicola. DiNicola trying to send it out to the point. Gets it there. Fanchulo fire. That gets tipped, drops down. It's at the skate of Jackson. Lexi couldn't find it. This puck gets cleared out into the neutral zone, and there's a trip, and nobody's going to call it. Goodrich drives that puck forward. Grabbed by Caitlin Becker, sends this around Becker. Little short pass to Lexi. Lexi Jackson trying to further it along. Isla Moore getting in the way. She sits down almost on top of the puck. Sibley trying to get it. Rochester grabs this puck, pass back. Di Nicola touches that at center line. It gets dumped all the way in. Rochester going to go off for their change as Sion On gets that puck. On sends this up along the boards, gets its way past Botto. McBride chasing it down. Chen on her back. McBride goes down as Chen takes her out. I can't believe they're calling that, and they didn't call that last trip against Rochester. That's going to make some people upset. And I can't believe he's calling that a trip. So it's a penalty against Assabet Valley, number 8, Erin Chen. 1 minute, 30-second minor for tripping. Number 8, 1 minute, 30 seconds trip. Time of that minor penalty, 8:52. And it's a Rochester Americans power play. Wozniak in for the faceoff. There's a shot off the face of Beatrice McLean. What a save. Warner with this puck sends this into the corner for Coyne. Teagan battling. Warner comes over. Evie passes it around to Wozniak. Wozniak, couldn't get that. She was trying to pull almost like a wraparound shot. This puck gets passed across. Going to go off the boards. Played on by McDonald. McDonald's going to draw this back. Pass it up to Coyne. Teagan to Wozniak over the center line. Wozniak in. Loses that puck at the blue line. Warner there. Wozniak takes out her player. Warner goes down. Coming away with this puck is Kalachi. Kalachi passes this puck over to Botto. Connie moving forward with it. Connie fires this, goes into the trapezoid, off the base of the boards, pops its way out, picked up by Humber. Humber clears this out of her zone through the neutral zone, and coming over to pick it up is Peyton Baldwin. Baldwin passes this puck over to Emma Kalachi. Kalachi gives it out to Whitney. Whitney skating forward with this puck over the blue line into the offensive end. Has that swept away by Annie Park. Whitney centering pass. Nobody there. Kalachi winds up shot. It hits the body of Peyton Baldwin. That's loose, and now it gets dished over into the corner. Back out to Botto. Botto fires this low off the leg of Isla Moore. Comes out into the neutral zone. Corralled by Kalachi. Kalachi hard pass to Whitney. Whitney sends this across for Jackson. Jackson couldn't nudge it forward, and the team's return to even strength. Save made by Healy. Puck goes over to the side. Now back behind the goal, picked up by Kalachi. Kalachi to McDonald. Grabbing this puck, though, is Averill. Averill couldn't pull the trigger. She was just off balance. That puck goes across the top of the paint into the corner. Move forward. Whitney trying to get this out into the neutral zone, and she ices this puck. 4:14 to go. Pressure building against Rochester. You can see it as just in the way they're playing. Rochester wants to stick to their game, though. Searles for the faceoff. DeAngelis Gray wins it. Puck comes back to Hartman, fires that. That goes wide left off the base of the boards. Going over after it is Becker. Fanchulo. Fanchulo comes around behind her own goal. Fanchulo skating up with that puck in the middle. Fanchulo's got Estelle in front of her. Estelle goes to the middle. Fanchulo takes his puck over to the side, loses it at the hash marks, taken away by Gabriella DeAngelis Gray. Puck sent around on the near side. Becker steps up Goodrich to get that puck away. Now the other Goodrich. Rochester's Goodrich sends this in, back behind. Sent around by Assabet, held in by Fanchulo. Fanchulo and Becker going off for a defensive change. Alexandra Hartman trying to clear that puck out. Dan-Dalin, almost able to do something. Puck is loose. Goodrich sends this, goes back into the trapezoid, grabbed by Assabet. They snap this up. Assabet's Goodrich grabs this puck, fires this down. That goes the length of the ice. It's on its edge. That's going to ice. 3:10 to go, and we'll bring this faceoff back down by Beatrix McLean as she gets another drink of water. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this quarterfinal game. Assabet Valley leads by a score of 1-0. Wozniak wins that faceoff, falls down on top of that puck, picked up by Ann of Assabet. She passes puck up to Averill. Averill gets this out to Moore. Isla Moore passes over onto her left side for whoever that girl is. She sends that in. It goes into the trapezoid. Rochester comes over trying to grab that puck. Picked up by Wozniak. Nadia goes behind her net, sends this up along the boards for Evie Warner. Warner loses that puck. Regained control, possession by McBride. McBride passes it to McDonald. McDonald on the near side sends this all the way out for Evie. Evie, has that puck poked away, regains control, brings this up into the offensive end. Wozniak going over into the corner to pick it up. Now Evie has it. Evie turning, sends this back to the corner. Wozniak turns the other way, tried centering that puck, not able to. Samantha Sibley there to block it. Puck goes back to the corner. Madeline Humber battling, sends this through the trapezoid, stepping up his Botto, trying to get that away from On, but On drives this out into the neutral zone. Kalachi comes over to pick this puck up. Kalachi cutting through the neutral zone. Kalachi's going to take this in all of her own, fires it, goes off of On, bounces its way, covered up, held onto by Beatrice McLean. 2:07 to go in this game. Waiting to see when Coach McDonald is going to pull his goalie. I would pull her at 2. I would pull her now. Oh, we've got a timeout, Rochester. And what a time for a timeout. Remember, if you were my timeout sponsor, I would be talking about you right now instead of all of my sponsors, including Two Broke Moms, located on North Jefferson Street in Pulaski, Power Play Sports, the old exit 47 off Interstate 81 in Watertown, Dupree's Cleaning Services. Find them online, Facebook and Instagram at Dupree's Cleaning Services or exteriorcleaning315.com. Glory Construction and Services for all of your new building and new structure construction needs. If you're going to have it built in his glory. Streamside RV Park and Golf Course, a beautiful 12-hole course located on Tinker Tavern Road in Pulaski, and Divots Restaurant and Bar located at Streamside. When you're done with your round of golf, go inside and get yourself something cold and refreshing to drink or something delicious to eat. Their buffalo chicken wraps are outstanding. Highly recommended at Divots. And remember, if you want to be green side, you got to be stream side. Tell them the Dan-Dalin sent you. All right, looks like our timeout is just about to expire. Coach McDonald calmly instructing his girls what to do. They've got the message. The message: score 2 goals. And 6 players go on the ice. Reagan Healy has been pulled. We've got Evie Warner, Nadia Wozniak, Tegan Coyne, Avery Whitney, Sienna McDonald, and Nora McBride. Battle for that puck ensues, and that gets covered up by Beatrix McLean. I don't see a puck in there. We'll do that face-off again. 2:03 to go. There's the face-off. One by Wozniak goes into the middle. This puck goes over into the corner. Woz back to McDonald. McDonald sends this into the corner. Evie after it. Gets a piece of it. Whitney coming in. Avery spearing at that puck, as is Evie. Every Warner comes around. Puck comes free. McDonald picks it up. McDonald sends this into the middle. Puck is loose. Goes across the paint. It's on the side. Goes into the other corner. And now there it is again, covered up by Beatrix McLean. This girl is on fire. Somebody should write a song with those lyrics, right? This girl's on fire. Sounds catchy. Face off to the left side of Beatrix McLean. Couple of changes for Rochester. I don't know them well enough to say them quickly enough, but they're there. Wozniak pulls this puck back. McBride in, centering pass. That gets speared up by McLean, and McLean sticks out her hungry hippo hand, to get that puck, and we've got a little pushing and shoving going on. 1:26 to go in this game. And we'll bring the face-off to the other side. The goal is empty at the Rochester end of the ice. Back to the face-off. Wozniak pulls this back to Warner. Warner to McDonald. McDonald back to Warner. Warner turns, centering pass, and Wozniak not able to pull the trigger on the backhand. Woz battling for that puck. Madeline Humber over there as well. Puck comes free. Tegan Coyne fires it. He gets tipped, goes up into the netting. We'll have another face-off deep in the Assabet zone. And we've got a timeout, Assabet Valley, I think. 1:10 to go in this game. I say you put Reagan Healy back in, but have her take the face-off. What would happen? That would really mess with them. No need for me to bring up the pressure of this situation. 1-0 game. Extra attacker on the ice. Rochester putting together a plan. Coach McDonald taking advantage of this second timeout. Give his girls some instruction. Coach Molnar giving instruction to his Assabet Valley players. Let's see what happens next. Wozniak in for the faceoff. Same girls out there as before. There's the faceoff. Puck comes back. McBride trying to drive it forward. Humber trying to get it out. McBride able to send that in. Goes into the trapezoid. Traced down by Hartman. Alexander Hartman able to send that down. And that's coming, and that is not going to make it to the net. McBride picks this puck up. McBride snaps this in, and that's an icing. Oh, what a mental error. And so because of that, we've got to send the goalie back in. Reagan Healy has to go back in. With a face-off at the Rochester end of the ice. 50 seconds to go. 5-0.0. Wozniak in for the face-off. Puck gets pushed forward by Assabet. Assabet. Now Rochester has that puck. Coyne gets us out into the neutral zone. Hartman turns it back. That's an offside. And we're going to have a face-off at center ice because it was mostly intentional. Ayla Moore taking a face-off for Assabet. Nadia Wozniak. The goalie has been pulled. McDonald picks this puck up. McDonald moves forward. This puck gets turned back. It's going to waffle, and that's not going to make it. That's going to be an icing. That'll bring the faceoff all the way back down to the Assabet end of the ice. Both teams have used up their timeouts. None remain. Rochester needs to get a goal here to try to force the overtime. Wozniak facing off against Elizabeth Averill. Puck goes into the corner, chased down by Annie Parks. Wozniak pulls this puck away. It's in the trapezoid. 17 seconds to go. Assabet wants to tie this puck up. Rochester wants to keep this puck moving. Malin Wild with that puck. She's got it pressed up against the boards. 5 seconds ago. Puck comes free. Out in front. Nope, not yet. Now it gets sent up. McBride shot, nothing. And that's the game. Assabet Valley wins the quarterfinal game. They're going to move on to the semifinals tomorrow morning. Rochester, what a battle. The number 8 seed almost upset the number 1 seed. What an incredible game. What an incredible tournament. This one ends in a 1-0 victory for Assabet Valley. Incredible game. I don't know who the stars are, but I'll tell you what, the number 1 star is definitely Beatrix McLean. The number 2 star, definitely Reagan Healy. Well, I guess the number 3 star then has got to be Madeline Humber with the game-winning goal for Assabet Valley. This has been an excellent tournament. Great job by Premier Ice Prospects. Congratulations to the Assabet Valley. Congratulations to the Rochester Junior Americans. An excellent display of sportsmanship, hard work, effort. Great hockey this weekend at the Ice Castle. So from the Ice Castle in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I am the Dan-Dalin, reminding you, don't wait for it to be a good day. Make it a great day, everyone.